Hi Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can check out your other placements for additional messages, as this is a general reading. Messages may or may not apply, so of course take what resonates, leave what doesn't for the next person. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the week ahead, see what you guys could be currently dealing with as well as what you can expect, get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's happening for my lovely Leos. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For the week ahead, what's going on for Leo, please? Show me clearly. Any messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this upcoming week. Messages for Leo for the week ahead. What's going on? Show me clearly. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the next 7 days. Any messages for Leo, please? For the week ahead. Any messages for Leo? Okay, for the week ahead, let's see. Messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have the whale coming out, water energy. Messages for Leo. We also have the rabbit. Okay, if I can pick it up. Bee and the bat. Okay, so we got some air energy coming out as well as earth and water. Okay, so let's talk about this, Leo. Oh, why did this happen again? Okay, I don't know what just happened. My laptop just froze for a second, so I had to stop recording. But, alright, so we have the whale, the rabbit, the bat, and the bee. So this week feels pretty emotional. I think you guys could be a bit in your head about a situation. Like, you're diving really deep into something, and it's stressing you out. Or it's weighing heavy on your mind. So the whale is this very profound, deep, emotional energy to be in. It's about diving deep to the darkest place inside of your soul. This is some intense emotional energy to be in. And then with the rabbit talks about fears. This talks about anxieties. You're really in your head, racing mind. So I feel like these emotions are really overwhelming. There's something here that needs to be released, or there's something that needs to be let go of. The bat talks about transformation. It talks about major change, surrendering to the unknown, as well as letting things go. This is full moon energy coming out here. We have the full moon in Aries at the end of the month, so it's a super blood moon, so it's going to be heightened, it's going to be intense. With these cards coming out, it does feel pretty heavy and even uncomfortable. And I think you guys could also be focusing a lot on your work or your career or some sort of, creative project to keep your mind off things, which isn't a bad thing at all. Kind of using that as a healthy distraction, something to focus your time and energy into, because this definitely feels very intense. And so when we pull tarot messages, I'm actually going to clarify why these cards came out and get some more detail as to what's happening here. Because there's an emotional situation with the whale coming up, or there's something on your mind, or there's emotions that you've been feeling, and it feels very intense, and so intense that you may not even know how to handle these feelings, because it's just so overwhelming, and you're really in your head and you're overthinking, or why do I feel this way? I don't want to feel this way. It feels a lot, and some of you are really struggling with this, right? You're undergoing massive change, massive transformation, but it's scary, and it requires you to look at things that you maybe don't want to look at, feel things that you don't want to feel. It's intense, it's scary, it's uncomfortable, and some of you are really struggling with letting something go. This does talk about the past, and so maybe there's something about your past that you have difficulty accepting or difficulty releasing. Maybe there is resentment or anger or hurt or guilt or something that you may carry to this day that you really, really struggle with letting go or making peace with. And it's intense, it's a lot, yo. But you're working through it with the bee. You're also focused a lot on yourself and your career. You're trying your best to just not take things too extreme, because think about the bee. When they overwork themselves, when they reach this breaking point, they end up stinging. They end up hurting someone or even hurting themselves, right? So it's about finding the balance this week and moving forward. So, pretty intense. We're going to look into this. So let's take a look into the whale for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Tell me about the whale Ace of Cups flipping right out. So this is definitely emotions that are overflowing. So we'll see. This could be about a relationship. This could be about how you feel towards someone. If this is new love coming in, some of you are terrified. Like, and that's been a message for Aries. I think Libra may have had that. Someone else. I can't remember who. So that might be this message as well. Time with the Whale for Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Tell me about the Whale for Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Show me clearly. Okay, deck doesn't want to shuffle anymore. Let me try one more time. Okay. Oops. Oh, what do we have here? Queen of Wands. Time with the Whale for Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus. We also have a Queen of Pentacles. Time with the Whale. Ace of Swords. Okay, so 2 aces and 2 queens. Time with the Whale. King of Swords. Okay, so there's 3 people. 3 like people energies. And the 4 of Cups. Okay. 10 of Swords reverse. 5 of Swords reverse. And the 9 of Wands reverse, as well as Strength, your energy coming out, Leo, at the bottom of the deck. Oh no, I didn't skip that card. Yeah, so there has been some sort of massive ending / betrayal that had happened in the past. This may be recent past, this may be way back past, but it's happened, it's over and done with. And it's about like learning to heal from this with the 5 of Swords reverse, learning for forgiveness, learning to let go, learning to make peace with what has come to an end. And at times it's intense, at times it's hard, at times it really requires a lot of strength to get over, right? This has been a slow, ongoing healing process for Swords reverse. So there's been a lot of like restless energy when it comes to this thing that had happened. And this may even be like way back in the past, but it still affects you to this day. Or, you know, something about this, there's still healing that needs to take place. And so this has been like an ongoing journey. And, you know, healing, it never is over and done with. There's always going to be healing till the day you die. Like, you never stop healing, you never stop growing, you never stop learning all that. It's hard, it's intense, it's a lot. Yeah, okay. So, lots of people energy. We have a Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, then we have a King of Swords. So like either this is just like one individual as a whole, or this could be multiple people involved in a situation. We also have the Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords, so definitely new energy. But then we have a 4 of Swords. It's like you may have new things coming in, or a new mindset, or a new way of handling your emotions. Your emotions about a situation could be changing, or you're uncovering like a new understanding about something. But at the same time, with the 4 of Cups, it's almost like there is this hesitance, or not even hesitance, but like not resistance. That's kind of what I was feeling with the Bat and the Rabbit, like resistant to change, or resistant to like giving this a chance, or seeing what comes out of this new opportunity / new emotion / new relationship / new perspective. Like, you know, this could be talking about a couple different things here, but overall, you kind of have your back turned to whatever this is, because I think it scares the fuck out of you. You know, with the Rabbit and the Bat, it's just like, what do you mean? Like, if I give this a chance, that means everything's gonna change. Or if I open myself up, if I dive deep, then that's going to be scary and uncomfortable. Like, that's kind of what it feels. And so it's like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. You kind of have your back turned to it. It's like there's a whole bunch of questions, like unknown. Like, if I give this a chance, what then? Like, you know. So, yeah, okay. And then we have these different people. We have a Queen of Wands, we have a Queen of Pentacles, and a King of Swords. So the Queen of Wands, that's the first card that came out. She loves, I'm just banging my hand. The Queen of Wands, this is the first card that came out. She loves to be in her comfort zone. She doesn't want to give something a chance unless she's 110% certain that it's going to work out in her favor. Otherwise, she's just not going to give it a chance at all. And that's kind of the same energy with this 4 of Cups, with the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. It's like, if you're not 100% certain that this is like going to work out for you, or it's going to be positive for you, you're like, well, then I'm not going to give it a chance at all, because I'm not even sure. Like, I'm not like, I have a hard time trusting this, so I'm just not going to step out of my comfort zone unless I know it's 100% safe. Otherwise, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. Kind of like, you know, I've been saying this too much recently. The devil I know versus the devil I don't. I've said that too much recently. I need to stop. But like, that's like literally the energy I'm feeling from this. It's like, no, I'm just gonna stick here with what I know, even though maybe I'm feeling kind of heavy or bored or stuck or miserable or like whatever, feeling just like unfulfilled. I'd rather stay in this energy than like the risk of something not going to plan, or like basically not having control over the outcome, right? And so it's like, well, then I might as well just miss out because I'm scared of like the potential or something like that. Anyways, so that's kind of like the Queen of Wands. She's also very creative, so kind of ties in with that B energy of like focusing a lot more on like creative outlets and your career, like, you know, things like that, which is good, which is positive, having more fun. But I don't know, there's still this sense of feeling a bit bored or feeling a bit like, like kind of lacking, like wanting something more, but yet not really feeling ready or prepared to give this new energy a chance. There might be a bit of hesitance here. King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords, he's very certain with what he wants. He's very clear, right? Like, see, with the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords, it's like knowing what you want, taking action, not tolerating shit, not making excuses, seeing things exactly as they are. See, so I don't know if that's you or whoever this Four of Cups is, because they're not seeing things exactly as they are. They're kind of almost like in La La Land, you know? Like, they're kind of just like not in touch with reality. There's something that they're missing here, whereas this King of Swords like sees things exactly as they are. So like, like, is someone knocking sense into you, or someone like, I don't know, like, this is a different kind of, there's too many people, you know, it's like, what's really happening here? Me trying to like put the puzzle pieces together, it's like, but there's not enough puzzle pieces to see the picture. And then we have a Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is someone who is very grounded within themselves. They're very focused on their career, their finances, their wellness. So maybe this is like the energy around you. Like, you're dealing with people like this, or you have people like this in your life who are like supportive but also want the best for you. At the bottom, Strength, right? Strength, Nine of Wands reverse with the Ten of Swords reverse and the Five of Swords reverse, Prince of Pentacles, Four of Swords reverse. So just like, maybe this is like talking about the support around you with Strength coming out. Okay, so we're just gonna move on from that. Otherwise, we're gonna get stuck on this for too long. So let's take a look into the Rabbit and see what that's talking about. Talking about the Rabbit, so there's like these fears, or like, again, this restless, anxious kind of energy. Talking about the Rabbit for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For this week ahead, talking about the Rabbit for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For the week ahead, show me clearly. Talking about the Rabbit for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Try the Rabbit for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Try the Rabbit. Okay, we have the Six of Cups and the Fool coming out. Okay, so there's definitely past things on your mind which will relate to the Bat, and then we have the Fool. So some of you could be worried about the history repeating itself, or let me just hold that thought. Tell me about the Rabbit for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Judgment reverse, literally worried about the past repeating itself, or like ending up in like a loop or a cycle. Tell me the Rabbit for Leo. Princess of Swords. Tell me the Rabbit. Empress. So with the Princess of Swords and then the Empress, what I heard is like getting back to reality. Because with the Rabbit, this is like illusion versus reality kind of energy. And so some of you are really in your head overthinking something. Okay, so we have the Lovers, the Prince of Swords, Eight of Wands reverse. So there's some sort of blockage here. underneath that, strength. So there you go again, your energy coming through. We'll talk about that after, or like we'll just keep that there. Okay. Yeah, like you're looking back at your past self. Six of Cups with Judgment reversed. Looking back at your past self, past times, past memories, and it feels really overwhelming. Some of you have a hard time forgiving, like past actions, or forgiving someone, or forgiving yourself, like I'm just saying here. With Judgment reversed, some of you also have struggled with learning a lesson, or like there's a lesson here that needs to be learned, but you haven't quite learned it, and so it's like you can see that there's like a pattern going on, or maybe it's because maybe you are becoming aware of a pattern that you've been stuck in for a long time, but yet you're not really sure on how to break free from the pattern. Like there's more digging again, and that goes back to the whale, like needing to dive deep but not really wanting to. But it's like you can't get to the root of the issue if you don't dig to the root, you know. Otherwise it's like I've said this before, when you're weeding your garden, if you don't get the full root out, it's gonna keep coming back. You can rip the top off, but it's still gonna keep coming back. And so it's like, for some, it's like temporary fixes. Like you think you're over it, you think you moved on from something, from your past, you're over it, whatever, you don't care. But it keeps coming up, or a cycle you keep finding yourself stuck in, or like, you know, like there's this repetition going on, and you're like, what the fuck? And maybe you weren't realizing it until recently, and now you're like, well, how do I break away from this? But you're not really sure, but you need to dive deeply to figure out what this root is, or what the cause of this stems from. But it's like you don't really want to, slash because it's uncomfortable. You don't really maybe feel ready for it, but at the same time, it really comes down to you. No one can force you to look at the root of the issue, especially because it stems within you. No one can do that work for you. So it's intense, y'all. And so we have this new beginning energy here with the Fool, Aries energy, as well as Aquarius. We got the Sun coming out, right? About taking a risk, taking a gamble, and jumping off this cliff and into the unknown territory. And it does look like it would bring a lot of fertility, a lot of growth, lots of learning and like upgrading and becoming even better than where you are today, and just like lots of amazing shit. But it requires you to have a different outlook here. Princess of Swords. Like being willing to look at the things that make you uncomfortable. Like seeing the truth, right? We see these birds. Also, birds are very communicative. Could be talking about messengers, or, you know, speaking your truth, as well as honoring your truth and looking at yourself and being truthful and honest with yourself about these things that you have a hard time like accepting. Like I feel like there's something that you're struggling with accepting. And that, who did I just do? Aries. And there's that was kind of like a message that popped through in them and their reading. It's like the struggle of like accepting a situation for what it is, but like you can't change it. So the sooner you can accept, the sooner you can start healing and moving forward. Anyway, so we have the Lovers, the Prince of Swords, the Eight of Wands, reverse, and Strength. So this could be about like a karmic relationship. Someone who was meant to teach you really important lessons about yourself, like on your soul journey. And so with the Prince of Swords, Eight of Wands, reverse, and Strength, it's like just when you think you've broken free or you've learned your lesson, you hit like a brick wall. Eight of Wands reverse, like there's a block here, and they're like riding like, woo, I'm free, and then they hit the brick wall and they're like, shit, just kidding, I gotta go back to square one because there's something I haven't yet fully understood. And so it requires you to look back as something, because there's still something, like, again, something's going over your head. When we go back to that Four of Cups energy, it's like you think you have the truth, you think you see things for what they are, and yeah, for the most part you got a good handle on it, but there's still something that you're not seeing here. There's something that you're not either understanding, something it's right in front of your face. Well, I guess not, it's behind you, but if you were to turn around, it's right there, but yet you're refusing to, or it's just like there's something, ooh, whoa, I just like threw the cards at me. There's something that you've been ignoring, or like again struggling with accepting. And so right when you think, okay, I've done the work, I'm ready, let's move forward, haha, nope, hitting a brick wall. go back to where you started. You're not ready yet. You can't pass to the next level until you complete this final lesson or something like that. And it requires all this strength to really, you know, facing your shadows, facing this discomfort. But it's going to help you grow, you know? You'll come out bigger and better and stronger. You just gotta face your fears and do what makes you feel uncomfortable. Alright, so let's take a look into the bat, because the bat is a very kind of like transformative energy to be in. Kind of the bat for Leo, Summer Rising Venus for the week ahead. Obviously, keep in mind this may resonate down the line. Kind of the bat for Leo, Summer Rising Venus for the week ahead. Tell me about the bat for Leo, Summer Rising Venus for the week ahead. Tell me the bat for Leo, Summer Rising Venus. We have the Seven of Swords coming out. Tell me the bat for Leo. Whoa. King of Pentacles reversed, as well as Justice reversed. Tie the bat for Leo. Justice. Oh, sorry, not. So Temperance. We already have Justice coming out. And Seven of Cups reversed. Anything else for the bat? Prince of Swords reversed coming out. Alchemist. Queen of Swords reversed. Lovers. Nine of Swords. Okay, we got a lot of cards to talk about. So let's break this down. Start off with these three. Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles reversed with Justice reversed. Libra energy coming out. We also have Sag, a little bit of water, a little bit of air. Okay? And this is clarifying the bat. So, yeah, it looks like in your past, whether this is recent past or way back, but I think this is wherever this thing is that you're needing to recognize / accept. This is what it is that you're needing to accept. So there was some sort of wrongdoing or injustice, unfairness that you experienced and has stuck with you ever since, and you feel like as if you've never gotten like justice or equality, or like, especially if someone's done you wrong or betrayed you or hurt you. I do feel like there's a struggle with forgiveness here, and also just feeling like justice was not served. You know, you never felt like as if this individual got what they deserved, got their karma. And so you, ever since then, ever since that betrayal, ever since that ending, right? Because we did have that Ten of Swords reversed with the Five of Swords reversed, like trying your best to heal and accept it, but at the same time, like there's still part of you that could like never let it go, / never forgive, / like never make peace with it. Feeling you'll never get your justice, things will never be brought into balance, you're gonna take this with you to your grave kind of energy. Whoa. Wow. So I feel like there's this energy of actually finally getting clarity here. So Temperance, Saggy energy. It's about getting back your balance, getting back into a peaceful place in your heart, within yourself. Like this is pure acceptance. So I don't know what happened in between this energy of feeling like I'm never going to reach peace, I'm never going to get the justice, the fairness I deserve regarding a situation where I was done so wrong, so nasty. But then something here changes, right? Because the bat is this very transformative, illumination. What? Illumination. Whoa, what the hell was I trying to say? I was like all over the map. Illumination, right? Receiving some sort of understanding. And now with Temperance coming out and the Seven of Cups reversed, so you see things exactly as they are now. Like you're reaching a place of peace, like getting clarity of some sort after thinking forever that you were never going to get to where you are now, or with the Seven of Cups, like finally reaching a place of acceptance. And so something finally comes to an end here. Prince of Swords reverse. Like something's now complete, like full stop, period. Like at the end of the sentence, it's done. It's over. Close that book. It's done and it's over with. So what changed? What changed? Did I check the bottom? Alchemist, Queen of Swords reverse, Lovers, Nine of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Underneath that, the Emperor. Okay, this is actually kind of similar energy that came out for Aries. It's like actually doing something about this rather than just throwing this pity party and kind of using this as an excuse and kind of being full on victim mode. Like, obviously whatever happened, I don't know your situation. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or hurtful or anything, but now it's just like finally recognizing I have the responsibility. I literally have the choice to decide how I handle this situation. I can either continue to carry this with me for the rest of my life till I die and never make peace / never heal / never, you know, or I can get the help I need and do the work I gotta do so that I'm able to slowly but surely move on and reach a place in my life of peace, right? But it requires you to face a lot of uncomfortable realities and truths and fears, and it's about, again, this karmic kind of cycle, or this karmic relationship, or about something in your life that you still carry, like, you know, grudges, burdens from. With this Queen of Swords reverse, this is like hardcore, heavy, angry kind of energy. And so we have the Alchemist out here, like, you have a choice about how to handle the situation, or how you can, like, what am I trying to say here? Basically, no, you didn't deserve whatever happened to you, but now you have the responsibility to figure out what you're going to do with that burden now, that baggage. You can continue to carry it with you for the rest of your life, or you can choose to let it go. Now, letting go definitely is not easy. And sometimes it's really, 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 really fucking difficult. And sometimes you need to get, like, professional help or whatever. And it's an ongoing process that could go on for years and years and years and years, right? And who wants to do that? Some of you just want to go back into, like, La La Land and just forget about it. It never happened, right? Take it with you to your death. So, yeah, it looks like as if something changes. Or I guess it all depends on your free will, Leo. It does show that if you were to choose to go down that road of healing, it would bring a lot of inner peace, but again, that choice is really up to you. So I'm going to take a look into the bee. I'm going to take a look into the bee, wrap this up with a fairy message. Yeah, whoa, really intense energy. Yeah, maybe this is like kind of like what you've been kind of dealing with during this retrograde season, and now that a bunch of planets are finally stationing direct, it's like that slingshot effect where it's like after a period of feeling like you've gone backwards, now it's like being shot forwards and seeing lots of progress in your journey. So maybe that's what's happening here if we're trying to bring into astrology, but whatever. Tell me about the bee for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this week ahead. Tell me about the bee. Tell me the bee for Leo. Hermit reversed. Oh, whoa. Nine of Cups fell on the ground. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Nine of Cups. Tell me the bee for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Princess of Wands. And one more for the bee. Ten of Swords. Okay, and Strength, Ten of Swords. Okay. So, the Hermit reverses the Ten of Swords. It's about you guys doing that reflection and trying to, like, figure out, how do I move on from this? How do I heal from this? If you so choose to work through these issues, because that is your own free will. But I feel for some of you, you've really, like, taken a harsh look at these things from your past that you can't change, that you have to kind of accept so that you're able to move forward and, like, do things differently. But again, that's an ongoing process. But now with Hermit reverse, this is coming out of that energy. And then we have the Princess of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So feeling like a sense of hope, feeling inspired, and also proud of yourself about how far you've come. When this is clarifying the bee is a very, like, work-related kind of energy to be in. So even, like, a sense of inspiration regarding creative projects, using that as, like, a form of expression, channeling that energy that you've been, you know, dealing with, especially all these emotional things, but using that as, like, inspiration and expressing yourself in a creative way that also brings a lot of healing. So it's like a healthy outlet. I like that a lot. So that's what I got for the B. Okay? So finding like a healthy outlet to heal, to express these things, you know, whether that's through writing, through music, through some form of artwork, through anything that works for you, I see that would really benefit you. So any fairy messages for Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus? So any fairy messages for Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus for this weekly reading? Any fairy messages for Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus regarding this weekly reading? Any fairy messages for Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus? Any fairy messages for Leo? Oh! Okay. that fell on the ground, so just... Oh, we got 2 cards on the ground. Give me a second. We got Glooming Doom, number 56, as well as the Feline. Oh, really interesting energy. Just give me a second, I need some water. Okay, so I'm actually going to read Glooming Doom from the book because I think this is like very crucial for this reading. So Glooming Doom represents self-defeat, self-pity, self-destruction, and taking care of ourselves. Self-pity is the first step of the slippery, seductive slide towards self-destruction. Glooming Doom is ready and willing to help us explore with just how awful it all feels, just how bad it is, and how hard done by we feel, and what's made us feel like that in the first place. It's very important to really get to know these feelings. How can you possibly let them go if you don't properly know them in the first place? Our feelings need to be fully acknowledged and understood, or we just tuck them away and hide them from sight until they appear again, maybe in a different guise, which is literally what I was saying. Oh my god, these cards. Okay, so Glooming Doom helps us properly explore our gloomy feelings of doom so that we can be done with them. It's a very important job. The ultimate test here, of course, is to taking responsibility for ourselves and our attitudes, and to choose a pipe that is life-affirming, not life-denying. The sorrier we feel for ourselves, the worse our life becomes. Reread that last sentence, please. The sorrier we feel for ourselves, the worse our life becomes. It is not the other way around. Self-pity makes things worse, and we have a choice, one we have every moment, as to whether we want our lives better or worse, and only we can choose that for ourselves. It's time to face the fact that our attitudes and beliefs about ourselves are our own. We may have learned them from others, but the others are not responsible for them in here and now. We are. If we choose self-pity and pessimism, we make a choice that makes our lives worse. When this card appears in a reading, it indicates that this is a time when understanding the concept is especially important. A time when there is some sort of crunch in the situation that offers the opportunity to notice and change such self-destructive habits. If it's yourself, you know what you need to do. If it's someone else, you may wish to consider how you might support them in the opportunity for change. Can you make sure you give positive feedback at every appropriate opportunity? Can you refrain from nagging, scolding, and complaining at them when they get it wrong? These things help. Okay, and then the Feline, which is so interesting that this card came out with the Glooming Doom. So the Feline is actually about getting things right. Delayed completions, and tidying up loose ends. So this is a reminder of the things that are undone, the promises unkept, duties unfulfilled. We can't expect things to go right when we're trailing so much unfinished business. Dragging that stuff behind us tires us. It uses up energy that we need for other things, and if we just take care of these things that cause so much mental and physical clutter, we'd suddenly find that we have a lot more energy at our disposal to do the things that we really want to do, and probably much more cooperation from others as well. This is what needs to be wrapped up here. This self-pity, making excuses, feeling sorry for yourself, of course. Feel those emotions, get comfortable with them, really dive deeply, and it's scary and it's uncomfortable, but that's what's going to create the change, right? There's some unfinished business within you, Leo. You got unfinished business with yourself, your past self, that you're needing to wrap up. And only you can do that. No one can do that for you. It really comes down to you. Also 56, then we have 65. So we got these two numbers that are backwards. Almost like a reflective energy mirroring one another. Wow. I'm shook. What a fucking reading, Leo. Really intense. Obviously, this is your weekly reading, but this may resonate throughout the entire month. Whenever you come across this, intense, but it can be positive depending on how you integrate this energy. So, Leo, I wish you the very best. Giving my love to y'all. You got this. You're not alone. And if you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. If you guys are interested, you can follow me on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And I'm gonna let you guys go. So please take care, and I'll talk to you in the next one.